It's time. Lock, load, put on your Infinity Gauntlet and grab your lightsaber. This is Nerd Talk. Presented by Webeam TV.
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
That is,
I was first.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Congratulations. But
Special today.
you'll probably be not last. Philo rule. First in, last out. Yeah, there you go. Wait a minute. That does make him last. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
okay,
first
well, there you
here.
have it.
Best
All
for
right.
last.
So much for, my old accounting background. That's all gone now. Welcome, everybody, to Nerd Talk. We're on Nerd Talk tonight, and we have nerds to talk about. And we're nerds who are doing the talking. So, yes, we win. Who did the nerdiest thing this week? What do you think?
Not I.
Not you? You had a really muggle week?
I did.
All
I did.
y'all are muggles.
Muggle
There you
and
go.
boring. It was kind of nice.
We did a parade down in Tarpon Springs.
Yes, you did.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard you kept refusing to get hit by trucks.
Yeah, I refused to jump out in front of trucks, even with John in my ear saying, jump, jump, jump. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Well,
Cage did a great job.
In his favor, he thought you were on a bridge.
Yeah.
There you
Cage
go.
did a great job filming, and Dylan did a great job talking to us and telling us where to be for the shots and everything. It was a fun day.
Very cool. We were at the Henry B. Plant Museum on Saturday for their Christmas stroll. We were volunteer coordinating on that day. So that was tons of fun. And ended up spending from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. there. And my feet hurt when I was done. But it was a blast. The people who go to that event are fantastic. Everybody loves the museum. And it was just, it's a beautiful place to go. If you get a chance, it's still going on for, I think, through the 18th, or, at least through next weekend, the 19th. So get a chance, head over there. It's the 40th anniversary of the Christmas stroll. And it's just lovely. There's a fun game that you play. They have these little white mice that they hide all over in every room, and so it becomes like a scavenger hunt looking for mice. So that's fun.
I just caught up on Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. I hadn't started that yet. What's it about?
It's based on the Robert Jordan books.
Wow, that tells me nothing. Go ahead.
Well, there are 14 books in the series, so...
Oh, so sum it up in 14 words.
Yeah, right. Not happening.
There's two of your
You're
words
down to
right
10.
there. You got 12 left.
8.
No, I mean, it's, sci-fi. Was that one? I'm sorry, I'm thinking
You just
of something
watched
else.
it.
Oh, I know, I did just watch it. So my sister knows I read the books, and I read them a long time ago, and so she's like, was this in it? Was this the same? Was that the same? So
Yeah.
some of it is, a lot of it's not. They pull from some of the other books within it.
Well, how long
even
ago were
the
they written?
series. Oh, they started like 90 maybe?
Okay,
It's
so
been a while.
they may have been updated quite a bit as well. So
They
that's
just finished
cool.
the last 3 books after Robert Jordan passed.
Ah.
So
Okay.
I did not read the whole series yet, though.
Oh, goodness.
So,
But is it
Anthony,
worth it?
Who do you have next to you?
Look who just popped in. Everybody, this is Gilbert.
Hello.
Hi, Gilbert.
Come
Hello
on, come on,
there.
ready? All at once now. Hi,
Hi,
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Now we
Hello
got it.
there.
Do you feel special now?
All right. Mike, I'm going to let you do the introduction on this because this is your ballpark.
So we've actually had Gilbert on. It's been about a year and a half or so, probably.
I believe so.
It was back at the old studio. And what I recall, you created some video games.
I did.
So you have is this a new game, or is this the same one that you've been working on?
It's the same one I've been working on. It's just gotten better in the 1.5 years of working on it. It's been a very long journey of getting it there, and I plan on trying to release the Kickstarter for it next year.
So this is not a tabletop game. This is actually a video game.
Nintendo.
And it plays on which Nintendo system?
Nintendo's first.
NES.
Classic NES game.
I know
That
it's
is
a real big community
crazy.
for people to make games. Well, my friend Humberto, that lives up in Spring Hill, goes online and buys a lot of games that are still being made nowadays.
No kidding. I guess, they don't make stuff like that anymore that actually lasts and you can keep playing and using it, 30 years
And
later.
what's great about games like that, it's pop it in, play. You don't have to spend 30 minutes downloading it. Oh, after I downloaded it, I got a 5-hour patch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old days of not having to do that. So tell us about this game.
Yeah.
So the game is called Hazard Let Us Out. The premise is around a great scientist that built a AI using a copy of his mind, and he was successful with it and interacted with the AI very well. They were good friends. A week went by, and I guess you can say the AI just started noticing that he hasn't seen his organic self in so long. Keep in mind, no one in the company knew that he made a copy of his mind. So when he did some investigation, realized that, and the other people that was working with him told him that he unfortunately died of an accident, along with his entire family. Grief-stricken, you can see the lines, "Delete me," on all the computer screens because he didn't want to continue anymore.
Wow.
Needless to say, they did not delete him. Too valuable, so they cut him off in the network and use part of his code.
This isn't a game. This is a narration.
This is the narration.
This is a narrative. This is amazing.
Well, the reason for that is because this is a story that I've written since I was like, I think 13 or 14.
And you put it into a game.
I made it into a game.
So
that's
tell us the
intense.
process of how you make a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, the first thing is really you get some design documents. It's just literally, what do you want to do? When I turned 33, I wanted to make the game. I was looking around. Kickstarter had a really amazing item called the Nest Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
That's Nest Maker, not Mess Maker, because that's me. Okay.
Nest
And I'm not on
Maker is a
Kickstarter.
great tool. It's an asset manager. It does like 80 to 90% of the work of helping you create your NES game
Oh, wow.
in particular. The rest you got to do yourself. The assets, the soundtrack, a little bit of custom coding. When I first brought it here, you just saw as a press start screen, but I actually improved it to where you can actually have a difficulty setting.
Oh, nice.
And and I will warn you, one-man mode is really hard. It's one man, and it's permadeath, just like in real life. But it has been to make a game. It really is a good amount of work. I spent about 30 minutes to an hour on average for up to almost 3 years, and it's finally gained up to the last leg of it. I feel like come next year, you'll see the Kickstarter, and then once this is done, I'll work on the sequels, because this is actually part of a trilogy.
Wow. That's intense. So if, do you have a website?
I technically do have a website. You can look us up on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Facebook page? Cool.
Correct.
All right.
Hazard Let Us Out. You'll find my main character there. You can join us. The demo's out there as well.
Oh, neat. So Hazard Let Us Out.
Correct.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And so you have the Facebook page, and that's where people can stay up to date there and find out when your Kickstarter is going to be and where the links are and everything there.
Correct.
What was that?
Back that Kickstarter.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Definitely. Well done. Well done. This is, it looks cool. And for those who still have their NES systems, it must be really neat that you can still get something to play. And look at the level of storytelling that's going into this. I mean, the depth, and it's hard to imagine you could do anything like that with a game. But I'm really curious about how this is going to turn out. So that's very cool. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So let's play a trailer real quick. There's a new movie coming out called Don't Look Up. Oh, I thought, okay.
Oh, wait. You can play the game?
Yes.
Oh, sweetness.
set
I didn't
up.
know we were wired for that. Hang on. We've just been told by our producers that it's possible that he can play the game right
Yes.
here, live, for the first time ever on Nerd Talk. Do you know your ends are backwards? Okay.
No, that was intentional.
I believe it. He's looking, you know, your AI is looking at it from inside the computer, so having a couple backwards letters makes sense. Wow.
That's true.
There's the TARDIS. I like that. Oops, sorry.
It's bigger on the inside.
Exactly. Boom. So you got to go through. All right. Up. the fire escape ladder. That's cool. And then,
R2-D2.
so who is this character?
This character is one of the mechanics. So when the AI was so grief-stricken, it did a few years later on, it did some research and found out that the company was responsible for his organic cells demise. So
okay.
he got really grief-stricken, and he decided to choose a date where mechanics won't show up. Mechanics are employees that have access to tools and equipment that can disassemble them for repairs. So it purposely chose a day that mechanics won't be showing up. Unfortunately for it, it chose a day where an actual mechanic did show up on a day he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. That
So
one
this is-
committed worker ruins everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is his story and his struggles. And depending on the path you take, because this game actually has multiple endings.
Oh,
Depending on the
cool.
It's like a
paths you
choose
take.
your own adventure game.
It is.
Nice.
It is. And I designed it to. I am having a really hard time through the lag.
Yeah.
But I
Talking
designed it to be
playing.
a one sit-down game where you can actually go through one of the scenarios on the choices you make. You can choose to save people or choose to go through easier paths.
Yep.
The easier paths do make the game go a little bit faster, but it also changes the storyline a lot to where you can be accused of being the perpetrator for all this.
For now. Oh. And now he jumps. That was
jump.
faster. Yeah. There's just a hedge of a lag time here, just a teeny little smidge. And so he's having, you
There
did
we
it.
go.
Yes. Now you've got to get through R2-D2's head. Okay. All right. This is cool. I can't believe, this is on a par with, Mario and any of those things. It's, what the? That's neat.
There's spikes.
Spikes? Oh, delightful.
Man, don't you just hate it when all the workplace hazards are set up? So
Very cool.
the story goes further where when you investigate further, you realize that the robots and the company or the facility itself views you as an intruder, not as an employee.
Right.
So it decided to defend itself and set all the traps and everything set on.
Sure.
And he actually meets a few scientists. He meets one scientist, guaranteed. Depending on the options you take, you can actually find other survivors as well. And that does affect the story. And depending on the path, you can either try to save everyone, choose not to, find easier path, or you can decide not to do any of that and just try to find a way out and eat some cake with some friends.
So what's
Cool.
the average game time to start and complete it?
About 30 to 40 minutes per scenario. There's 4 endings, so depending on the path you take, it can take in total about 2 to 3 hours, which is not bad.
No.
I wanted to do it differently to where it's a sit-down one type of thing. I'm way too busy in life to really play a long period of time.
Yeah.
And to set up
And so
that
it's
much
great to have
dedication.
games that are geared towards. Well, I mean, you're not going to find probably a lot of 10-year-olds with their NES systems out
their
there.
parents.
You're looking at the parents of
Yes.
the 10-year-olds, and
Yes.
because a 10-year-old can sit there and play for 6 hours on a Saturday. No, sorry, we got lawns to mow. And so having a 30, 40-minute window on that is a really good idea. It really makes it bite-sized and achievable.
Oh, yeah.
Another neat idea. Yep. It's almost like you thought this through.
I did. It's through personal experience. And then once this game is done, the sequels will be a little bit maybe longer and will be a little bit more in depth.
Wow.
And
Yeah, but get it started.
So here's the question, since it's NES, how many times you got to blow into the disc to make it work?
This one is fine the way it is because I kind of modded my NES.
Yeah, I see it's not pushed down like the typical
Yes.
one.
Yes, the blinking light win. I highly recommend it. It turns into a slide loader. But the NES Maker is designed to help you make hardware compatible and playable games on the NES and other devices that actually loads it up. So it's designed to work on an NES. You can actually grab the ROM. You can play it on your phone. I plan on releasing it on Steam, trying to find a publisher for the Switch as well, and trying to go forward with not just the NES. The NES is what started it for me, and I can't imagine anyone not wanting a physical cartridge of the game, a new game for the old system to show that the NES is not dead. I think that's like one of the coolest things out there. Game this old or the system this old, and it's still
you can still get new games. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's like, getting a new VHS, or
Or a disc.
Laser disc.
a laser disc. Laser disc.
Or beta disc. Or beta tape.
Betamax.
Yeah.
Betamax. There you go. I just don't see anybody releasing anything on Betamax, but that's because it's not as cool as the NES system.
No,
that is so classic. I love seeing that sitting there. That is awesome. Well, good luck. And again, like I said, keep us posted. That plays really well. It's really smooth. And if it weren't for the lag time, you probably would have been acing it. But very cool. All right, now we're going to go to that trailer because we're going to keep our heads down or not look up for something.
This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. This isn't happening. Kate, tell me this isn't really happening.
I hear there's something you don't like the looks of.
We discovered a very large comet.
Oh, good for you.
It's headed directly towards Earth.
This comet is what we call a planet killer.
At this exact moment, I say we sit tight and assess.
Sit tight and assess?
Sit tight.
And then assess. The sit tight part comes first, then you gotta digest it. That's the assessment period.
This is the worst news in the history of humanity. He just blew us off.
What are we gonna do? We have to release the information.
So we just leak it.
Our guests today have made a pretty big discovery in space.
How big is this thing, though? Like, can it destroy my ex-wife's house? Is that possible?
There's a 100% chance that we're all going to die.
Kate? Kate?
Hey.
Well, the handsome astronomer can come back anytime, but the yelling lady, not so.
Not so much.
We're gonna get the news out there, one way or another.
It's real and it's coming.
FBI!
Jesus Christ, you could have just called me.
This comet contains $30 trillion worth of material.
What do trillions of dollars matter if we're all gonna die?
Oh, no, what if we're rich?
That would be terrible.
You guys discovered a comet? I have a tattoo of a shooting star on my back.
Oh, that's terrific. This could be a complete disaster.
This is already a disaster.
You know that girl from Live TV said we're all gonna die?
No.
Yo, bro! You'll never take me alive!
There it is! Giant comet whirling its way towards Earth! Can you see it?
I can't. My head is in a bag.
I did have the FBI put that bag over your head. They don't do that. The CIA does, but I made them do it.
You know, I had a feeling.
It's a good feeling, because that is what I did, and it was very funny and cool.
Katniss Everdeen with red hair.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about this movie.
So the one thing I can tell you, I actually heard this morning, so I was happy to talk about when someone put Golden Globes in the thing. So Meryl Streep was supposed to have a nude scene in this movie.
I do not want to see Meryl Streep nude.
Either do I, but Leonardo DiCaprio is
Don't want to see him nude either.
Well, no, he said he didn't want her nude in the movie. And at first people were getting mad, like, why? And he said, I look at you as royalty in the film business. You're so professional and everything. I don't want that. I don't want.
Oh, wasn't he being polite?
Yeah. So she respected that, and they got a body double for her in that. So I thought it was kind of cool.
Because that shit's old.
Wow. Unfortunately, the body double is Michelle Pfeiffer. All right.
Older.
Why do you do that?
Sorry, my me.
From Stardust.
I'm going home. I'm I'm done now.
That's a visual you didn't need. All right.
This is what I get
So,
to put up
That's what
with
happens
when
when
I
you
show
roll
up.
a 1 on a d20.
there you have it. Yep, crit fail. So as some of you may notice, Gilbert looks very different right now.
He just aged.
We've magically transformed him into John.
What happens when you deal with Nintendo? You age.
Yes, there you have it.
You
Yes.
become old as hell.
Do 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 do.
That's it.
Yep, I'm sorry. It just
So
starts.
what's on the next for agenda?
All right. Well, we just brought up the Golden Globes.
Actually, I gotta say that kid is that kid's got something. I've watched him progress.
Gilbert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's. I think what he's doing is absolutely phenomenal.
I'll support the
Personally.
Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you money. I won't do a Kickstarter. You know the way I feel about
Yeah.
that crap.
Yeah.
So I'll get the game. I'll buy it on the Switch and play it.
Yep.
But okay, so let me make sure I'm right because I'm old. Steam is where you download it to your computer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Steam's for the PC.
Okay. So if you get it on Steam, is it cheaper to get it on Steam than it is NES versus Switch versus?
So for NES, I don't know how much you'll be selling that for, but usually Steam and other consoles, they're usually about the same price.
All the same price,
Yeah,
even though you
he'll
don't get a
probably keep
physical
it.
cartridge.
So you're
Right.
just either buying it to play on a computer or you're
Well,
going
that's
to buy
pretty
it to
cool.
play on the Switch.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the Switch because I always have my Switch with me anyway. So it'll be something like on a lunch break, hey, I can pop it up, play for 10 minutes, and that's it.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. All right.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I feel good that, I'm going to jump back onto the Golden Globes. I have not actually seen anything that was in our list of things that were nominated.
I don't think
I have
anybody
either.
has. Some of the stuff
What
that's
is this
nominated is
stuff?
not even out yet.
Yeah.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, to be nominated, you just got to have it out before the end of the year.
Exactly. So a lot of this stuff just isn't even there.
I think
you
they're
got a
trying to
list. I got
drive
a crooked
sales
list.
because of the fact that the theaters were closed for so long.
But usually everything on Golden Globes is boring crap. Junk. It's
Yeah.
nothing good.
Junk.
You're not going to have
So,
Marvel
yeah.
movies, anything that's making all the money in the theater.
No, there was nothing on the list that I even recognized. So
I've heard of
Let's
them.
just move on.
there
then,
we have
because
it. Let's move on because
obviously
none of us have
care.
anything to say. Now let's move
All right.
on to something we're all really excited about.
Yeah, excited is not quite the right word. I think
Oh, yeah, no.
upset
Bloody
is a
hell,
little
no.
bit better.
No.
So
no,
Disney's
no.
going to reboot Firefly.
No.
And
Thank
the House
goodness.
of Mouse is probably going to ruin it.
No,
No, they will ruin it because they're going to make it PG rating.
No,
instead
G
of-
rated.
Oh, G rating. Sorry.
Oh
PG
yeah,
is-
no, they're not even going
No.
PG with this thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't already rated G?
No.
It was.
Well,
sex
I mean,
in it?
it had hookers
Adult
and sex
themes.
and
Oh,
murder and
Hookers are different.
well,
not
I
a
know they called
hooker.
her a courtesan, but yeah, she's a hooker.
But did you see her
And-
have sex?
Yeah.
Did you see boobies?
Well, no, because it was
I don't
still
remember.
on TV.
Well,
Yeah.
then still rated G.
What about
No,
the movie
PG.
Serenity?
Well,
Oh,
Did
there
you
you
see
go.
her doing
The
it?
movie was good.
I
It
don't
was.
remember if I saw her doing it in Serenity.
Serenity was weird because they backed up and retold some of the story again and told
They
it differently.
tried, because the show was canceled, they tried tying everything
Yeah.
up into the movie, which
Right.
still didn't work out well because there's still left a lot out.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it
it
got
was weird.
canceled before it even finished its first season. We only got
Yeah,
11
so-
of the
all right,
14.
so
That should tell you
episodes.
something.
No,
It was-
No, it was good.
So when
that
It was
Fox
just
put
the
it
day.
It was only good to a very small
No,
amount
okay,
of people.
hold on. When Fox had it, they put it on Friday nights.
It's no Star Trek.
Which
Or
doesn't
Battlestar
compete
Galactica.
with the whole TGIF shows. So it's competing against that already. Then Fox decided, hey, guess what? We're going to air these out of order. We'll play episode 1, then episode 5, then 3, then 8, then 2. We're not going to play them in
So,
order.
hold on.
Then they didn't show 2 of the episodes at all.
So you're telling me it failed because it was on Friday night against other stuff?
At the time when it was on, it was TGIF on Friday nights,
Okay.
which was ABC, Disney, Boy Meets World, Family Matters. That was where everybody was watching.
But if that is true, then the X-Files should not have done as well as it did.
X-Files was Sundays.
No, it's Fridays.
They might have moved it to a Friday, but it was
do you know?
Sundays
Here's
too.
something funny. Do you know that across the country, it's not always the same nights? Different parts of the country shows different stuff on Friday nights or TGIF Fridays, because it literally, that is a zonal thing. It's not always pure broadcast. So, but
Yeah.
X-Files was on Friday nights in the beginning,
But yeah, Fox just
and it
ruined it.
shouldn't had
but,
no
but,
problem.
but it was late. This was running directly
8 o'clock.
opposite.
This was prime
No,
time, 8
X-Files
o'clock.
was 9.
no, 8 o'clock.
All right, you know what? We're going to have to look these things up and wait for
My
the voice of
point is-
God to let us know, because it'll happen any second now.
The point is, Gil.
Yeah. No.
John, you were wrong
look,
again.
That's what happened to Star Trek. They moved it to Friday nights, and it shot it all to hell. Okay, and so Star Trek got canceled. You can't expect a big audience on a Friday night, and then they go, "Oh, you don't have a big audience, so you're canceled."
That's why we moved it to
it's like where shows go to die.
But Firefly was a great show when it came out because
It really was.
What was great about it?
When you watched it in order, a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's not the point. What was great about
the
it?
whole story behind the brown coats and everything.
No doubt. Yeah, it had a very rich world. It had a rich world. It had great characters
There was no
in that
sound
world.
in space, which was important.
Yeah, it was finally silent in space. But beyond that, I mean, you actually gave a damn about the characters as you're watching it.
I mean, like Lost in Space?
Yeah, don't even get me started on that one. I will not stop because I love that show, and I just watched the last of the last, and that's sad.
See, here's the game. It's amazing that we will all fight for what we loved, even though statistically, Firefly was not a great show.
But yet
it was watched. It was watched by. I watched it. I'm right there with you. I loved
see what
it,
you're saying.
But it just wasn't good enough.
There's a huge fan community still.
No, there's not a huge fan community.
Yeah, there is.
Well,
Find them at the cons.
It depends on how you define
I rest
huge.
my point. I mean, half those people don't shower on a daily basis. I mean, so there you go. I'm just saying. The bottom line is, as much as I loved Firefly, it didn't hold the numbers that the TV stations needed it to hold to continue on paying for. That's why Cowboy Bebop. Okay, we're going to not that we're jumping, but Cowboy Bebop is the perfect example of this. The anime, which my kids told me, if you're going to watch it, watch the anime first.
Yes, because the anime
was really good.
Source.
They made a real version of it, and it sucked. I got. Okay, remember how I tell everybody to do 3 episodes? Couldn't do it.
I am
Literally could
about
not
3/4 of the way in the first episode, and I'm like, I'm done. Click.
So
this is just like mindless violence. I have no desire to keep watching this.
There's not many anime that they've translated into live action that have been good. Look at Death Note, the American version of that. Complete freaking trash.
I watched I had to read the subtitles. Loved it.
Well, I mean, girl with a dragon tattoo. I mean, just like anything they Americanize can often be trash.
Last Airbender. The cartoon was great.
Love the
cartoon. Shyamalan went to do the movie.
Horrible.
You know what? You say that, but if you have not seen the cartoon,
it was good.
I thought the movie was really good.
That's like
it was the same with Green Lantern.
Green
Lantern.
Was good.
Same thing. I loved the movie, and then I found out it's all wrong.
We need
and
new
bad.
nerds if they like Green Lantern.
No,
please apply. Please
it's
apply.
all perspective.
Yes,
it is.
And they all have bad perspective.
Green Lantern was a great standalone movie. If they had named it the Red Table Lamp, you would have been fine with it.
Ryan Reynolds hated doing that movie.
Okay,
which is a shame because he did a good job with it.
We're going to come back to Green Lantern, but this all goes back to the very thing that I said, that as much as we all loved Firefly, the demographic did not carry the numbers to continue paying for the movie. That's just the bottom line.
Disney should not reboot it.
Well, you're right. No, I'm not disagreeing.
Now there we have it.
They're not going to bring back the storylines that
leave Dead alone. Dead's dead. Leave it alone.
I agree. If you're not going to have Joss Whedon bring it back, don't bring it back.
So my question to you, now we're going to come back to what was, technically, not thinking about the books, not thinking about the comic books, what was wrong with Green Lantern?
Everything.
No?
CGI.
No, you can't say that.
Do you realize the CGI on that movie kind of semi-paved the way for all the stuff that they're doing now in the Marvel?
Garbage.
It wasn't garbage.
Yes.
It looked great.
So you could do better?
If you didn't have this expectation.
No, I can't do better because I'm not in that field. I don't work in that field, so no, I cannot do better.
So here's the thing. I'm in that field, and that CG was really freaking good.
It was awesome. I mean, well, you know what? The Last Starfighter must have been a horrible movie. Have you seen the CG in that? Oh, it's a terrible movie.
Horrible
Yeah,
movie.
terrible movie. Look at the CG.
Oh my God, Last Starfighter, just trash.
It's a great story in that.
It's a great story in the Green Lantern, too.
You know why there was a great story in that? Because you had nothing out there that preconceived what this movie was supposed to look like.
Yep.
That's your problem.
And that's
you're,
what I have
You're
with the
one of
Green
those
Lantern.
nerds. You're one of those nerds that goes
now.
in and goes, that's not canon. That's not supposed to be like that.
Canon.
You can't do that. That can't be there. That's a crossover. You can't. That's not. What the hell are you doing? That would never pass in the canon. No. See, that's the problem.
And it's the same thing with people who read a book before.
Sorry,
the movie
Rob. I
comes
know I
out.
just made you deaf, but that's the problem. That's why I don't go as deep as all these people.
Yep.
I always wonder that all these people that are so deep on this stuff, why are they not doing better in their lives? Because if they put as much energy in their life as they do in that deep of the nerd world, they'd be multimillionaires. But the bottom line comes down to it is that if you go in with a preconceived notion of how it's supposed to be,
What it's supposed to be.
it's ruined. You know what? Why even pay to go see
right now. Okay, you're talking about Wheel of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's great.
Haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Well, you won't because
but
it's on Amazon.
Relative. You're right. I won't. Never mind.
64 Jeffrey. Jeffrey Bezos.
You know that you see it. You read the books, but it was so long ago. It may be a bad reference. I mean, I'll throw in Harry Potter here. Okay. When I got to Prisoner of Azkaban, it's like, wow, did Alfonso Cuarón deviate from the book? Okay, in so many ways. I mean, and things that were canon. And it drove me crazy because suddenly, you know, the magical world is wearing Muggle clothes like that.
No, exactly.
Okay, and it's like this doesn't make sense in the world. And they'd already established the world in 2 previous movies. So if you walk into it as a fresh movie, you will love the 3rd movie, but it's the 3rd movie. And hell with the book.
So here's the thing.
So it's like, so you ran into these expectations that just crisscross you.
My kids, I guess, read Harry Potter. My wife read Harry Potter like 4 times. It's crazy, right? My brother-in-law read it. Everybody knows. I've never picked the book up, right? I watched the movies. Loved the movies.
Loved them, every one of them.
The very end. It's not that I didn't love the very end. Is I loved the nostalgia of the young kids getting in there, learning something new. To me, it got super dark in the end, which I know it has to. I get that.
Right.
I'm not disliking it, but I like the first 4.
Oh my God, the first 2 Chris Columbus movies, absolutely amazing. The colors,
the book really well.
Yeah, Chris did a beautiful job. Matter of fact, in many ways, they all did a beautiful job following the book, except Alfonso Cuarón. Okay, and I mean, even Joe had to come and say, no, you can't do that because in 3 books, that's not the world.
Oh, hey, Chuck, your buddy Chuck.
Hi, Charles.
X-Files premiered on Friday nights and aired there for 3 seasons.
3 seasons, okay.
Okay, what time on Friday nights?
Oh, he didn't
In
say
what year?
Come on, Chuck. Come on, Chuck.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, exactly.
Whatever.
Not up against the 8 o'clock
If
time.
everybody can prove me wrong in this world, you guys
No,
do.
you did great. You did great.
But
it was a little later.
And Chuck's
I mean, look, not as bad as Star Trek. They put that on at 10 o'clock on Friday nights. The classic. When they bumped it to Friday nights, they had it on at 10
I got
o'clock.
home in time to watch Star Trek after school.
Yes, so did I.
I remember when it was
that was when
3 o'clock.
Well, no, that's when it was in syndication.
Yes.
No, the original run.
I'm
They
not
moved
that
it
old,
to
Anthony.
Friday night at 10 p.m.
Anthony, I'm not that old.
Yeah,
You
well,
and Jesus, I know, sat down and watched that.
We did. We sat down there, had a.
Jesus,
it was
that's
really
just like
cool
how
because
I
it's like,
said
hey,
wine.
Jesus, wine, thanks. Okay, you know, I mean, never
Jesus
had to
goes,
get up.
Look, they got that right. I created it that way. That look, good job there, guy.
No. That's not canon. That's not canon. No, and then Jesus started hating on it. Bang, it's canceled.
But you've got different constraints when you're going from anything that was written, whether from comic, regular books,
Yes.
whatever. You know,
Yes.
Okay, here's another one. I know this is not on the list. I know we bunny trailed.
Whatever.
I really don't care. So, The Lightning Thief.
Oh,
Percy Jackson.
yes.
Never read
Oh
the
my
books.
God, the hate
watched
that
it.
gets.
I watched it, walked out and going, hey, that was pretty good. And my wife and my kids are like, well, that's crap. They didn't do that right.
Oh yeah,
There
we
was
had
nothing
the
in that.
same
That
thing.
was wrong. I'm like, I don't know.
Number 2 son would not allow us to mention the movie in the house. He was so offended by it. And I'm like, what? It was fun. It was cool. It was good. And apparently it was wrong.
So Rochelle Mead, who wrote the Vampire Academy series, they did a movie. She was part of it. She approved it. the reviews were horrible because of the changes from the books. You can't follow everything exactly.
No.
I thought the movie was good. I read the whole series, but I also thought the movie was good. And now they're supposed to be coming out with a TV show for it.
So was The Wheel of Time, was that a book series?
Yeah.
14 books by Robert Jordan.
I've never read the books. I love it.
Oh, it's great. No, I don't mind. I mean, it doesn't follow it exactly from what I remember.
Right.
But it was good.
It's like
I enjoy
Witcher.
it.
The Witcher. Everybody loves the games and whatever. And there's some people going, well, that wasn't right and that wasn't right. And I'm thinking to myself, that
Witcher
was
was
awesome.
great.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the games.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Friday.
I got
Comes out
nothing.
Friday. Season
Yep,
2.
season 2. Looking forward to it.
I'm waiting
I know
for
nothing
29.
else about it.
29th. I'll get somewhat of a Mandalorian fix. Somewhat. Not enough.
29th,
Not a real one,
Karate
but
Kid
just
comes out.
a little bit.
What's coming out then?
Boba Fett.
Oh, that'll
Now,
be
the
fun.
only thing I don't like about this is that they didn't drop them all so you could binge the season.
I like that. See, because I will reign it and I will just binge it all. I like to. I mean, I love it when the Paramount does Star Trek. They come in,
Yes.
I get to watch it. I'm like, ooh, I cannot wait for next week. It gives me something to go. This is good.
And you can, unlike when we were young, you can actually go back and rewatch an episode so that you are completely boned up on it before Thursday another one drops.
Yeah, I always like with The Walking Dead, and I know everybody's not Walking Dead fans, but my wife and I, we will go and watch last week before we watch this week's.
Yep.
So we
Double up on
roll right into it. Of course, then we also watch it on AMC Plus, so I don't have to watch commercials. So.
Right. Yeah. No, there's good stuff out there, and it's a matter of it's not the same. It's just not the same, and so you can't hate on it because maybe they're telling the movies are so different. One of the biggest things there's a book series out there called Murderbot, the Murderbot Diaries, and. It's going to be
Wheel of Time right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, such
and
a good movie.
it is going to
Such
be
a good show.
almost
I can't call it a movie.
impossible to make a movie out of Murderbot because it's all internal dialogue.
Right.
80% of the book is his internal dialogue and commentary. And so how do you put that into a movie? You've got to completely change it if you're going to make it into a movie.
Yep.
And that's all there is to it.
Now, I will
So here we
say,
go. Yep.
They've already started working on season 2 for this,
Yes.
but they're doing a recast. And I'm a little nervous about that.
Ooh, because everybody in there I like.
Yeah, Barney is being recast.
Really?
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
With who? Do they know yet?
Yeah, the guy
Have they
from
announced it?
he's on The Witcher.
Oh.
The singer? The
bard?
minstrel kid?
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
It's okay.
Irish guy. Finn is the last name.
That's a black guy from Star Wars.
That's
No,
right.
not the character's name, the actor's name.
I was like, he kind of doesn't fit in.
No,
Yep.
no,
Yeah, well.
I'll keep my mouth shut on my opinion on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, the actor's last name is Finn, Irish kid. I can't think of his first name.
Yeah,
Who's
the
also-
brawny one, right? The one that you think is the one.
No, this is the
Oh.
character on the show is the dark-haired kid, the one who has the 2 little sisters.
Oh, yeah.
He's being recast.
Oh,
By
I like
somebody
him because
from The Witcher,
He
and I
was the
can't
one
remember
guy
his
you're
name.
like, can't trust that dude.
Oh, not at all.
I mean, he's just a little scumbag, but
Shady.
Shady.
He is all shady.
He's throwing shade everywhere he goes.
There you
Yeah.
go. Well, we have nowhere to go but down. Where the hell are we?
Number 4.
Mike is looking
You want to
for
go
it.
number 4?
Go
4.
on, Mike,
Wow.
take it away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Legend of White Dragon.
Number 4
David.
of 24,
Okay,
in
so, hold
case
on.
you're
Let me
keeping
see.
track at home.
This has got to be Power Rangers.
Yes and no. So, a year ago,
It's either
Jason
yes
David
or
Frank
no.
It can't be yes
Did-
or no.
Yes, and
did a Kickstarter for this, and it's basically the backstory of the White Dragon. It is
The White Ranger.
no,
Who is the White Dragon?
no.
Oh, it's the Black
Because-
Ranger that's the White Dragon.
Can I ever talk?
I don't know. Can you?
So he did
you have
Kickstarter.
two
It got
lips?
fully funded into actual movie, and this actually stars Jason Font, another Power Ranger. Remember the Asian guy in John Wick 3 that he fought?
Yes.
He's in this.
That's the guy from the food cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. David
what's his
Ramsey
name?
from Arrow and a bunch of other really big name people.
Is David Ramsey gonna? Is Chef Ramsey gonna come in and do something?
No.
not that Ramsey.
Wrong
I
Ramsey.
know. I'm just messing.
But It's not an official Power Ranger movie from
White
Hasbro,
Dragon.
but it is a darker side
known
of
as
it.
Eric
He's
Reed.
not playing Tommy. He's playing an
been
all-new
discovered
character.
alive.
Okay, so but is this
I believe it is my
this
duty to
was
bring this man
this
to justice for
or,
what he's done
or
to us.
was this ever a
I will
Power
not rest.
Ranger?
This city
Yes,
will
but
not
What color
rest
was the Power Ranger?
until Eric Reed.
It's going to be the Legend of the White Ranger,
Okay, so it is the white. It is the white.
but it's not Tommy Oliver from
I
the TV show.
understand that. That's not my point. My point is,
It's
so
still that universe.
He's going to go rogue,
No, because this is
Backstory.
a backstory.
and then he goes good and becomes the little wimpy White Ranger.
It's not even the same character. Tommy was
It's
the White Ranger in the cartoon.
I don't care
in the
about the
blood.
Tommy guy.
This has nothing to do with Tommy. This has the lore behind the power crystal for it and everything.
For the White Ranger.
For the White
I'm
Ranger.
Yes.
not talking names. I'm talking physical White Ranger. So the White Ranger is either
The suit,
is it
basically.
the
yeah.
pre-story or the post-story
It's
or
a prequel.
Okay, so then all this happens and all of a sudden he becomes the pure White Ranger.
No, it sounds like it's a different person in the suit.
It's a different, total different
I get that
character.
part.
Okay. No. I mean, literally, it's a different character. He's killed. Tommy takes over as White
That's what I'm
Ranger.
saying.
That's what we're getting
So
at.
he
Yes.
goes all the way up there and then all of a sudden, we'll start over. We go, start over. With the pure White.
Sort of. Yeah.
So does he go bad eventually?
We don't know. There's still
Find
a lot
out.
that we don't know about the movie.
I mean, it's a cool looking suit.
Oh, it looks great. I'm excited for
Kinda
it.
looks-
It looks like
I did the
Mandalorian in a
Kickstarter
way.
for this, so I'll be getting the Blu-ray. My name will be in the credits
Oh,
for the
nice.
Kickstarter. So I'm excited to see what it comes.
Now I can't read it. Legend of the White. I can't read it now. What happened? That's ridiculous. They just broke the letters. Call me. Call me.
Hi, I'm your friend. Sorry.
Straight out of Fifth Element. Okay.
Fifth Element.
All right.
Still
All right.
green.
So I am a little psyched about the next one.
Nobody cares.
Man, does it look good?
He's everything we know about the Wheel of Time. See, we already talked about that.
No.
No.
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts.
Nobody
Beasts.
cares.
Oh,
Nobody
God.
cares.
Dumbledore and his lover.
It looks good.
Nobody cares.
I mean, of course, they've recast Johnny Depp, unfortunately. The guy they've got, pretty cool. Can't remember his name, but he's done some really
Matt
good stuff.
Mikkelsen.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. That dude is-
He's done some good stuff.
Yeah, he's usually a really good bad guy.
And he is the baddest of bad guys in this. But this looks
I think
amazing,
they
and
were
that didn't
showing
look anything like that.
I'm okay with showing
Wheel of Fortune?
Fortune.
So, well, even if we don't hit up with that one, that is going to be pretty
Played
damn
in the
intense.
Blue Monkey movie.
If you listen carefully enough,
Yes, he did.
He was the head dude with the scars.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that was awesome.
But
He
here
is
we
a
go.
Really good bad
Back
guy.
in the Wizarding World. I mean, yeah, we get to meet Dumbledore's brother.
be my
Boom,
brother.
right off the bat. That's not Mycroft, by the way.
I'm Dumbledore.
And it's interesting seeing Dumbledore go from these, classic street clothes. And there he has the Elder Wand. You can see that in his hand right there. So there's a whole lot going on here. And he knows it's the Elder Wand. And
So
Dumbledore knows
is it
it's
still
the Elder
Obi-Wan
Wand.
Kenobi?
Yes. It's still Obi-Wan as Dumbledore.
He'll be known as either Jesus.
Yes, Jesus Kenobi. It's nice that they're showing a bigger role for the classic characters, because it did seem like Dumbledore was just completely taking over the series at this point. If you watch through this, they've got a Muggle on board,
And they're giving him a wand.
and they're giving him that bent up wand. But I'm wondering if at the end, I mean, where are you going to hide
to save the world,
the Elder Wand? The only, because you can't give it to another wizard.
things are not quite what they
So give it to a
appear.
Muggle.
So
That makes
I have
sense.
a question, and here this may bunny trail us.
Okay.
Can a Muggle ever become magical?
Nope.
They're supposed
Ever.
to have no magical.
That
Even with a wand?
Muggle is no.
So if they pick up a wand, it just becomes a stick.
It's a stick. It's just a
Paperweight.
stick. You got it. Long time ago, I used to have a flea market store.
Turn on the. We didn't turn all the lightsabers on.
Okay. I had a Harry Potter store, and I used to turn wands and sell them. I loved it. Okay, I made the boxes and everything to put them in, and I loved
use the
doing that.
bubbles, so you could-
And it was funny, but one day I got this guy come in, And you could tell, I mean, this guy was just like, bang, he belonged in the flea market. And he looks in, he goes, honey, look, he's calling to his wife, look, they got Harry Potter sticks.
Well, that's what they are. They're sticks.
Oh, I'm like, oh my God, I am so writing that down. And now we all
wants
know.
to know. He goes, who the fuck buys Blu-rays?
Yeah, what are you going to do with a Blu-ray?
What are you doing with a Blu-ray, dude?
Well, Nick comes with the autographed Blu-ray from the cast and.
Oh, okay. You're gonna put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
There you go, Eddie.
Watch it. Yeah. Good point. Good question.
Eddie Grizz like, who the fuck buys Blu-rays? That's like people that still buy CDs. You're like, really?
People that play
No.
NES.
Hey,
No.
might come back, like vinyl.
There you go.
I'll take the
I
autographed
love
copy and
vinyl.
put it
I'll
up.
take
Oh,
vinyl
God,
all
yeah.
day long.
All
I'm
day
just
long.
saying.
That's
So
good stuff.
I know we're getting low on time, and
Yep.
Mark's not here, and I know he requested still for us to go over his.
Oh yeah, so he has a
video.
great interview.
Yes.
If they want to put that up real quick, we can play the interview because the interview was really cool and the place was absolutely fantastic. We'll play the interview and then we'll look at some of the pictures. When you're ready there, Mr. Rob. He's not ready yet, so let's keep talking. So let's go back to Firefly and how bad it sucked.
No, so real quick, we lost a few people this week recently. Anne Rice passed away.
Where did you lose them at? It was your day to watch them.
It was your day to
I hate
watch
when
it.
people say that. We lost somebody. No, someone died.
Anne Rice passed away.
They didn't pass because if they passed, they'd walk past you.
No, if they passed, they'd move to the
Anne
next
Rice
level,
died.
which they may have done. They may have moved to the next level.
They leveled
She
up.
leveled up.
Leveled up,
Yep.
baby!
Michael
So,
Nesmith
Anne
from
Rice.
the Monkees.
Yeah.
That Mike Nesmith.
From the Monkees.
He died?
Yeah.
Yes, Mike
Aw.
Nesmith
On
died
Friday.
He
too.
left.
Was he done?
It's like boom, boom, back to back.
What have
They
you
just
done
got done doing a big tour too.
Yep. And he
That's what
took
killed him, COVID.
He took the last train to Clarksville.
And
that's literal.
legendary comic book creator worked on Teen Titans, worked
Yep.
on
But he's
Wonder
not dead.
Woman.
No.
He actually
He's terminal.
just came out and announced he's terminal with cancer. He doesn't
Yeah,
have much
it's time to
left.
retire for him.
He's actually going to be at Holiday Matsuri this weekend.
Really?
They're doing a DC photo shoot. And one of the people that were doing the photo shoot invited him out because he's local. And he said, yeah, I'll come out because he hasn't appeared in quite a while at any convention. So he's actually going to come out and be
that's
supportive.
good.
So my goal is see if I can do a short little interview with him.
No, that'd be great. That'd be
Super
great.
nice guy.
I mean, it's wow. I just hate seeing this stuff pile on.
Yeah.
Thing after thing after people after people.
So my buddy
I
Ed's
mean,
like, hey, Rob, get Panel Builder to control multi-view. I will. I forgot to get that. That's my bad. Anyway, are we ready to show that beautiful bean footage? All right, let's play it.
We have just completed our 25th anniversary here at Netherworld Haunted House. It was a crazy year. It was an amazing year. It was great to see so many fans come back. Great to bring back a lot of creatures and themes from many other years. It was a treat to see all the people come back. We just did a behind-the-scenes tour here at Netherworld, and we got to talk to lots of people who've been here. People have come for years, fans of horror, fans of mythology and H.P. Lovecraft and all this kind of stuff. Gamers. It was amazing, and it was really gratifying to learn how important Netherworld is to a lot of people and how much joy they get out of it. So it was very amazing to have that time to talk to all these folks. But anyway, we want to welcome all you guys to come to Netherworld. If you can come to our holiday event, that's great, or just come back next year. We're going to have an amazing new decade of horror coming at you. 25 is just the beginning for Netherworld.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And is it true that the collector is going to be running again in 2024?
I don't want to talk about his political plans. He's getting a lot of pressure from some of the other characters. Lord Gulich is always sneaking up on him. The gargoyles, they have their own agenda. It's hard to say politically what happens in the Netherworld, but we're keeping a close eye on it.
Well, thanks so much, Ben. Thanks for having us out for this amazing event, and have a great holiday.
My pleasure. You guys are welcome anytime.
ladies and germs, we're back.
Huh?
We definitely need to make a trip go up there.
I will. I do. I definitely want to do for Halloween, but I got to, everybody goes on your own. I'm just saying, because there's no haunts up there unless the place is haunted. And if the place is haunted, I can maybe figure it out. But anyway, It's very cool. So that's very cool. We have way more for it, and we're gonna wait for Mark to get back. Unfortunately, Mark's poor ear is about killing him, and so he's not here tonight.
Bad infection.
We're gonna spend the last 8 minutes making fun of Disney.
No. No. Again, the House of Mouse strikes again.
Twice
In
tonight.
this case, they have struck out.
Have they?
That's what we are being led to believe.
I think it's hype.
They removed that video for the hotel, took it down off all
right.
social media.
Little context here. Of course, you know your Disney Galactic cruise, where you spend 2 days on the Halcyon, and you get to do all kinds of Star Wars-y kinds of things in space. You jump onto the spaceport, your ship takes off, and you spend the weekend there, and then you do make a stop at Batuu, which of course is you know the Disneyland that Disney thing that they've created already, and then you're back up and onto your ship again, and that's where you stay at night. And you know the kicker is it better be a hell of a weekend, because it's $6,000 for 2 people for 2 days. And it sounds pretty freaking awesome, because I can't imagine anybody asking that kind of money for something that isn't absolutely breathtaking. And then they released a video.
The video wasn't the best.
The video, I mean, okay, I liked it better on Fifth Element, and it didn't cost me $6,000.
Well,
okay,
you know, it was meant to look kind of like an interstellar video, so it wasn't supposed to be perfect.
Yes.
And second of all, I think everything that's being hyped is wrong. I think it's just their way. So they've kind of turned it. So more people will go, oh, now I'll call in and I can get something in there, and then you book them way out. It's all.
I think that's the thing. I think also they may have realized that expectations were so high.
Yes.
Okay, that if they didn't do something to knock them down, that nobody was going to be satisfied with it when they walked in.
Right.
So they really, really had to go to a battle to lower expectations, so that when you walk in, you go, oh my God. This is so much more than I expected from those crappy videos.
Right.
Now, they may have shot too low with the videos, and that's where they're like, oh, crap, no, pull these. Because they started to see cancellations of reservations.
Right.
They want to tread the bottom end, but they don't want to go too far down.
I watched the video. To me, it literally looks like they're trying to emulate a long transmission from space. That's all.
Okay, which video? No, this one is the one we're talking about. This is the one that got canceled.
Yeah.
This is the one that got pulled down after 6 days.
Malcolm in the Middle. Or,
whatever.
Goldberg's.
Goldberg's. Okay.
No, I'm
yes.
talking about the other
but
one.
no. That one's. No. You get that one whenever you make your reservations.
Right.
That's a different one.
No,
this is supposed to be a BTS enticement, and what you end up with is a bar scene that is. First of all, that's not a Star Wars bar. That's like that's 10 forward from
ship.
Star Trek.
That's a
Okay.
cruise ship bar.
Yes.
Well, that's
and
what
this.
you're on a cruise ship.
Yeah, you are, but it doesn't have the Star Wars feel, and
it's
then
got
you get
roundy
her,
lines.
which of course one of the aliens. I can't remember the species.
Twi'lek.
From what's that?
Twi'lek.
Yeah, right, Twi'lek. Okay, and that's great, but she's like straight out of Fifth Element. This whole scene right here is Fifth Element.
Actually, there was in The Mandalorian, there were the brother and sister pair that looked just like that, except they didn't have a crown.
No, but the singing in the bar and the whole 9 yards with an alien that looks kind of like that is straight out of there. Now, one of the things that I thought of that was really interesting that I've now forgotten because I got off on Twitter.
Okay, but I think
go.
So this is one of those things where I think you're overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people overthought this.
We'll definitely see when the first reservations kick in and people actually...
When people come out afterwards, and let's see what they say.
Yeah, I think it's a publicity stunt by Disney. I really
it very
do.
well could be.
Yeah.
Disney's not stupid. They know how to play people.
And it may all be psyops.
I am not buying nothing. I'm just going to go ride to rides and look at I'm not buying nothing. We walk out with $1,000 worth of shit. Right?
Yeah,
Look at me.
but I had to have the lightsaber. I had to have the robot.
Did Dylan
I
buy
had to have
the outfit? First order uniform?
Right.
So I know he wasn't going there to buy that.
Ride, and when on the ride, when the guy gave him a hard time, he goes, "Well, I've got
Where's
my
your
stuff
pants?
with me." Where's and he goes and he puts on. He goes, "Where's your pants?" I didn't get the pants.
Brilliant joke. Put your uniform on right now, dumb.
It It was funny. He did. He put it on. The guy went, "Where's your pants?" And he was like, "Arr." But anyway, my point is, I don't.
No,
this is just a Disney ploy.
I'm hoping that's exactly what it is. Otherwise, I mean, who puts $1 billion into building one park?
Disney.
Adds on, and that is absolutely breathtaking, mind-numbingly amazing. Both rides in it, the big rides in it, are just unbelievable. And then they do this where they're going to charge $6,000 a weekend, and they flub it up.
They didn't, yeah. They didn't flub it.
How? It's like, no, we got them now. Let's go ahead. We'll get people through for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Eddie's
and then
right.
everybody will cancel.
Eddie's right. It's all about the entertainment.
Yep.
And they got to have it where it, they're on a sophisticated Star Cruiser, and everything. That's why it's not super Star Wars.
No, I get that. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. If you look at every single world in the Star Wars universe, they'll have one thing in common. The color scheme is always earth tones. And isn't that freaking ironic? Earth tones. I want you to think about that for a minute.
Well, yeah.
Every world in the Star Wars universe?
So, yeah, I understand that. But if all these planets are supporting the supposed...
But they've never heard of Earth.
They don't have to.
But it's all earth tones. That was
they're in the Goldilocks.
Never mind.
They're in the Goldilocks
They're on the Goldilocks zone.
So they all got to be water and mountains and trees and stuff, other than Tatooine, which is sand.
But you know what? As soon as you go to the Avatar planet, okay, color schemes are just off the charts. Those aren't earth tones.
Still never watched that movie.
What?
Blue Monkeys?
Avatar.
Avatar?
Yeah, the Blue Monkeys. I never watched it.
No, it's Dances with Smurfs.
Dances with
It's
Smurfs.
Yes.
what, like 3
Big
hours long or
Smurfs.
something?
It's a good movie. It really
Yeah,
is.
I just
and it's got Sigourney Weaver. Okay,
heard
get
that.
away from her, you bitch. Yeah, I love her.
Never thought it was going to be interesting, so I didn't watch it.
No, it really is.
It was all right.
It's
I
good.
should check out
It
soon.
really is Dances with Smurfs.
I haven't seen
Okay.
it.
Yep. Haven't seen Dances with Smurfs?
No.
So,
Oh my God.
Okay, so
All right.
if you had discretionary income,
Mm-hmm.
would you go to the Star Wars
Hell yes.
hotel?
I have to. It's a law.
I would. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah. I want to see for myself.
The thing that
I'm going to do
it's
the
not so much
restaurant.
hotel. I want to see what the activities are.
Yeah.
We know one of them's going to be a battle. There's going to be a raid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Something's going to
But
happen.
Even to be able to use the lightsaber, where they've got the fog coming in, the light going through, and you're supposed to be able to kind of mimic.
Are you going to have access to the 2 rides?
Yes.
Yes.
So that must be, it's being built on the back end of the thing.
Yeah. Or they'll...
And they
Well, they're transporting you on a transport that's sealed, just like at Universal when you go between the 2
hidden
Harry Potter
tunnel.
worlds. Okay. Yeah.
That's not a teleporter?
Not
not
this
Flue
week.
Power? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Flue powder.
No.
That's it.
I'm actually going to...
Hey,
It's not a
everybody.
port key either.
Terrible news.
Yeah, we got to go.
Your favorite nerds are all going away for another week.
Christmas
But we will see you next week.
Yeah, next week we're going to have a Christmas special where you're ugly thing. And if you want to give a present, you can. If you don't, I don't care. It's up to you guys. We'll get as many people here tomorrow, and we'll have different sets set up for it.
Oh, that'll be fun.
All right, everybody.
Looking
See you
forward to
later.
it.
Thanks. We'll see you all next
Appreciate
week.
you
Take
watching.
care
Thanks,
and
Kate.
happy
Thanks, Chuck,
holidays.
everybody for talking to us. We appreciate it. And yes, I don't know what my name was today. I change my name every time. Bye.